The heart. The human heart is located in the middle of the chest, slightly behind and to the left of the breastbone or sternum, and between the lungs. The human heart is a muscular organ that pumps blood throughout the body, providing oxygen and nutrients to the body's organs. The parts of the heart. Superior vena cava. The superior vena cava is a large vein that carries deoxygenated blood from the upper body to the heart's right atrium. Pulmonary vein. Pulmonary vein, a vein carrying oxygenated blood from the lungs to the left atrium of the heart. Right atrium. The right atrium is one of the four chambers of the heart that receives oxygen-poor blood from the body and pumps it into the right ventricle. Pulmonary valve. The pulmonary valve is also known as the pulmonic valve. Pulmonary valve is a heart valve that controls blood flow from the heart's right ventricle to the lungs. It's one of four valves in the heart and is located between the right ventricle and the pulmonary artery. Tricuspid valve. The tricuspid valve is a heart valve that controls blood flow between the right atrium and the right ventricle. It is also known as the right anteroventricular valve. Inferior vena cava. The inferior vena cava is the largest vein in the body, carrying deoxygenated blood from the lower body to the heart. Right ventricle. The right ventricle is a muscular chamber in the heart that pumps oxygen-poor blood to the lungs, where it's oxygenated and the carbon dioxide is removed. Aorta. The aorta is the largest artery in the human body, originating from the left ventricle of the heart and responsible for distributing oxygenated blood to the entire Systemic circulation throughout the body by branching out to smaller arteries. It is considered the main artery in the body, with different sections including the ascending aorta, aortic arch, and descending aorta depending on its location. Pulmonary artery. The pulmonary artery is a blood vessel that carries oxygen-poor blood from the heart to the lungs. Left atrium. The left atrium is a chamber of the heart that receives oxygen-rich blood from the lungs and pumps it into the left ventricle. It is located on the left posterior side of the heart between the esophagus and the aorta. Mitral valve. The mitral valve is a heart valve that controls the flow of the blood from the left atrium to the left ventricle. Aortic valve. The aortic valve is a heart valve that controls blood flow from the heart to the body's main artery, the aorta. It's located between the left ventricle and the aorta and has 3 flaps, or leaflets, that open and close to allow blood to flow in one direction. Left ventricle. The left ventricle is the heart's main pumping chamber, responsible for pumping oxygen-rich blood to the body through the aorta, the body's largest artery. The heart has 4 chambers: the right atrium, right ventricle, and left ventricle. The heart has 2 main septums that separate its left and right sides: the atrial septum and the ventricle septum. Epicardium. The epicardium is the outermost layer of the heart. Myocardium. The myocardium refers to the middle, thick layer of the heart muscle, essentially the main muscle mass of the heart responsible for its pumping action. Endocardium. The endocardium is the innermost layer of the heart, lining the chambers and extending over valves and other structures. It is made up of 3 components. The heart has two special conduction cells called the sinoatrial node and the atrioventricular node. The SA node sets the heart's rhythm and rate, and the AV node checks the signal and sends it to the ventricles. The left bundle branch conducts impulses to the left ventricle, and the right bundle branch conducts impulses to the right ventricle. Purkinje fibers are specialized nerve cells that are part of the heart's conduction system and play a key role in the heart's electrical activity. The bundle of His is a bundle of specialized muscle fibers in the heart that carries electrical impulses from the atria to the ventricles. Pericardium, a sac that surrounds the heart and protects it from infection. Pericardium also stabilizes the heart's position and lubricates its movement. Coronary arteries. These arteries run along the heart's surface and supply oxygen-rich blood to the heart muscle. The heart's nervous system contains around 40,000 neurons called sensory neurites. Thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe for more. It is free.